Respect to all of you. This mission, Yogacharyadeva Sanatan mission, invites a seminar to say something and discuss something about the degradation of human values. It has not mentioned there that degradation of humans, degradation of man's values. So what is the difference between the man and the human? Man, we are the man. We have deviated from the humanity so that we become the man. What is the humanity? Is there any future? Because first time I shall say that before the British regime of this holy land, the name was Bharat. When the Britishers came, they started their rules. They changed the name of the Bharat and gave the name India. Till after 61 years of the getting independence, we are still carrying the Britishers' name. But one thing we have to think, we have to know that we are the Bharatvashi. We are not the Indian. Still, I must say that it is very unhappy to say that till you are carrying the external outsider people's name. I shall request to the Bharat people to change the name first from India to Bharat. So, definitely we can avoid the degradation. What is the degradation? To come down. What is the picture shows? That some children are pulling a rope, and by the rope they are pulling in integrity, love, truth, faith, such things, which is the good of the humanity. We have forget this thing. So that now we are the man, we are not the human. This mission has called this seminar. Now I shall say why we have forgotten our good things, inherent good things. What is the reason behind it? Suppose we are pouring water on the root of the tree for survival of the root of the tree. We are not pouring water on the leaves. If we pour water on the leaves, the tree will not survive. Similarly, we have to search the root cause of the degradation of our human values. What is the value? Suppose in our Indian language, we are man, we are Manush. But the man, human, is the Western language. It is not our Indian language. Indian language is separate. It is a big country. It has a separate Sanskriti. It has a separate idea. It has a separate knowledge. That knowledge established by the Indian Munis, Rishis, and there are so many yogis, Mahapurushas, since eons after eons. Even it has influenced even the dust of this holy land. But we have forget. Though we have born in the Bharat, but now we become the India. So our mind is going to the Western. It is not our culture. It is the ancient culture. But nowadays we are forgetting. We are always talking with the English. Yes. English is the international language, no doubt. But if you go to the China, if you go to the Russia, they never speak the English. They will first speak their own mother languages. So I must request the Bharatvashi to speak first their own mother languages. Then he will get the real essence of the Bharat. What has been deviated from us? And after deviation, what we have got? Let us do. Take the root cause. Suppose the yoga is saying that kineticism is the root cause of all sorrows, the Indian yogas. Indian yogas is such a thing. It is beyond imagination. It is eternal knowledge. It is knowledge of all pervasive. We are the man of this holy land. But we forget. That's why the Yogacharyade Mohashsya has very, very clearly told in Hindi that you are the Vishwanath. You are the Lord of this Vishwa. You are the Jagannath. You are the Lord of this Jagat. But you forget. Why? Because you are thinking. Your now is a narrow thinking. Why narrow thinking? Because you are thinking only depending upon your mind. And what is that mind? That kinetic mind. The kinetic mind is not the mind. The kinetic mind is the enemy of us. Chanchalan hi mano Krishna pramaki valabhadriyam. This kineticism of our soul of the prana is the first enemy of us. Try to remove it. Till we will remain within the kineticism, definitely we can remove and definitely we can get the good essence of us. It is impossible. Suppose now it is night time. What is night time? There is no light. It is dark time. It is not the permanent and the senses is not the permanent. But the nowadays world are serving these three things. So they all are miserable, suffering from miserable. We, all the people of this world, are wanting happiness. But from which way? To take something from this earth. So, earthly things, from the earthly things we are trying to get the happiness. It is wrong. जगत की वस्तु देखने में सुंदर, परिणाम में पी स्पॉट लाइक ए पॉइजन. This जगत की वस्तु, it is first time to looking, it is a very fine, but ultimate result is like a poison. It is not good. Similarly, this body, this mind, this kineticism, the sense to the light of our life. We forget which is life, which is the light of our life. We have forget because we are now the Indian. We are not the Bharatvashi. This is the main cause of our Bharat. Another thing, why it has done? Due to the time influence, I must have said the yoga. Yoga is the intrinsic word of the dharma. So now I first clear about the dharma, something. Please keep patience. I shall request all of you. Dharma is come from the three dhatu Sanskrit, which is holding the total creation, not only the human beings. Dharma is for all. We are the man or the human. We are thinking the dharma is the only for the myself. No. The tree, the grass, the water, the fire, the earth, everything, the sky, moon, the dust, everything has the dharma. And the same dharma, not the difference of the dharma. Which we are calling, the Hindu is the dharma, Muslim is the dharma, Christian is the dharma, Buddhism is the dharma. So many dharmas are there in the whole world. It is not good. It is a deviation. It is a division. So, suppose I have the 5 fingers. I want to take this thing. I am trying to lift up this thing by 1 finger. It is not possible. And it is not good. It is not the happiness. It is not the wise decision. So, if I merge the 5 fingers and I shall get this thing with the total strength of the hand, so that I shall get the total strength. This is the yoga. Now, among the Hindu dharmas, some are Vaishnavites, some are Tantrism, some are Shivaism, some are so many 5 items are there. It is the division. So, one are quarreling with another. Similarly, the whole world was the only dharma. It was called Sanatana Dharma, means the eternal, which never born, which will never die. It is eternal. This is the Sanatana. Who is the Sanatana? I shall come later on. Now I am saying about the division. Since last 2005 years back, the first time dharma divided from the Indian soil. Now the 2 dharma appeared. Previously was the one Sanatana Dharma. Now and the 2 dharma, second dharma, Buddhist. So the Buddhist is telling my dharma is bigger, Sanatana is telling that my Sanatana Dharma is the bigger. After 2000 years back, another dharma appeared, Christian dharma. So there are 3 dharmas appeared. Each dharma is telling that my dharma is the friend, but Sanatana Dharma is outside. It is a mum. Sanatana Dharma kept quite mum. He is not telling anything because he knows that I am the Sanatana, I am the eternal, like a Shiva who never born, who will never die. So, this type of, after 1,400 years, 500 years before, another big dharma appeared in the Muslim dharma. Is there a dharma? Is all the dharmas are holding the total creation? Is it possible? No. No. So the total creation holding by the one dharma, which is the Sanatana. Which is the Sanatana, who will never born, who will never die. All the latter dharmas have born from one of the Mahapurusha. And it is carrying the knowledge of the one Mahapurusha. But the Sanatana Dharma is never carrying the only one Mahapurusha's knowledge. No. There is no Bhagavan Krishna, Bhagavan Rama, no. Never demanded that this dharma I created. No. It has not created. So it will not die. Who will die? Who has born. So all the latter dharmas have born one after one another, and definitely it will die one after another. It will vanish. In Bengali poetry, as there, Janmile morite hobe, amor ki kotha kore. Means, if you born one day, definitely you have to die. It is the truth. So, now let us to come what is the Sanatana Dharma. First thing we have to know, which will never born, which will never die. Who is this? It is the all-pervasive. So, what is the God? God means the Bhagavan. It is 12. Prano hi Bhagavanisha, Prano Vishnu Pitam, Pranena Bharjate Loka, Sarvam Pranavanjam. This prana, or the soul, is inherent within all of us, by whose grace we all are alive. The total creation is alive, by the grace of the prana. So, this prana is the Bhagavan. And this prana is the Ishvara. So, both the synonyms are there. But our Vedanta teachings, no synonym. It is called Brahma. It is non-dual. This is the teachings of our Sanatana Bharat. Bha, Ra, Ta. There are 3 words. Bha means the dipti, the effulgence power. Ra, the effulgence light, evolves from our navel area. This is the effulgence. That's why when Arjuna has got the Vishwarup Darshanam, then what he has said, "Oh Lord, I cannot tolerate. Please try to control yourself. It is beyond my toleration." What happened was there? So, last coming, the Bha, Ra, and then Ta, which is, Ta means the emancipation, Tran, through which we shall get the emancipation, not to born again, and so that not to die further. So go beyond the birth and death state. Why it is? This is the teachings of our Sanatana Bharat. This Bharat is based on the Ved and the Vedantas and the Gita, Bhagavad Gita. Who is that Krishna? First we have to know that Krishna, one day born in the mother lap, definitely he has expired after 124 years age. So, that Krishna was born so that Krishna expired. That Rama, one day born to the mother's lap of the king family, and one day he left his body. But the Prana Krishna and the Atma Rama will never die. It is the Dharma. So that Prana Krishna and the Atma Rama is indwelling within all of us, not only the human beings, but the total creation, within the total creation, even in the grass, animals, trees, sky, moon, dust, everything. So Dharma is all pervasive. Suppose this earth, this globe is moving, the sun. How much speed is there per hour? So far I know. 7,000 and some 100 kilometers per hour it is moving. So we the human beings and the sea and the clouds all are moving within the earth, because we are depending on the earth. So we all are moving. This is our life. When I was, this dharma is the science. Without science, no dharma can establish. No dharma can stay. So that it has, this Sanatana Dharma is the Jnana, Vijnana, Shahitam, the two things, Jnana, knowledge, and the Vijnana, the science. What is the science? Present day we are telling. The one matter to mix with another matter and create third matter. One power and another power mix with the third power and create a third power. This is the earthly science. This is the external science. It has given in our human life many things, but not create our mind pure. So it is failed. Not necessary of our life. The total science is not necessary of our life. You want to a life whole, unlimited time, yes. There is a prescription is there. If you get the true samadhi, you will not die. It means you will everlasting. You will ever last. You will not never die. You are Amritsya Putra. Don't forget the verdict of our Sanatana Dharma. You are the Amritsya Putra. Not only the human beings are Amritsya Putra. All the living beings, all the creatures, all the creatures are in the living Amritsya Putra. Because everywhere the prana is there. Full all pervasive of this prana is the God. So that prana have a two division. Suppose when I was in the mother's womb, at that time what was my condition? What was my state? At that time I was in the non-kinetic state, static state. Because at that time I was not inhaling, exhaling. At that time I was not taking any food or any water. So that I was not giving the stool or the urine. So I was a real renouncer at that time. And only that baby within the child is the actual renouncer in this world. And the earthly people cannot be renounced. It is impossible. It is beyond the Sanatana Dharma teachings. That's why the renounce of this family ambit, it is not good. It has not prescribed by our Sanatana Dharma. It's a proof that Lord Rama went to 14 years for the general life. When he is proceeding, he can easily get his wife Sita to the king's palace, because Rama knows that the jungle life is very tough. But he did not do so. He took his wife Sita along with him and went to the jungle. And what is the jungle life? The Ravana came and took his wife, stole his wife. What happened later? That Rama, the soul Rama, did the Lanka Kanda for this prestige of his wife. It means the Bharat teaches us to pray, to think the female person to be our mother and the male person to be our father. So how wide is this? How is the wide teachings is there?